Well, Boker Tov, Shalom, Hola, hello, Jumbo, hi. For all those who do not know who I am Victoria. I am the face behind Lady V Dynasty Boutique and LVD Inked, which is still Lady V Dynasty, which is inked, which is for illustrations. So, most people who have not seen me or do not know me, I am actually a designer who creates clothing, whether it's ready wear, cosplay, costumes, bridal wear, any type of custom design for people who want to stand out, look good, whether you're big, small, petite, shaped like an apple, shaped like an hourglass, just depends on what you are interested in wearing. I'm also a creator of illustrations from sculptural art to um, mosaic art. It depends on if you want a manga style artistic piece or if you just want an illustration for a children's book. It could be a cute kawaii illustration. It could be just something very imaginative. It depends on what the artist wants. So you can check out my actual pages on those. But I come to you today because I wanted to speak on a very interesting topic, mainly on epilepsy, because I found out I had epilepsy back on March 2nd, 2018. I've only told a few people about this. My family knows about this. My husband knows about this. Even my own little children, who are ranges from ages 7 down to 4, know that mommy suffers from epilepsy. And a lot of people don't understand what epilepsy is. And people who do know what epilepsy is, they know that it's associated with seizures. So, when I say epilepsy, I am not a doctor or CNA or anything like that, but I have it myself, and I just want to say from my perspective what it is. So, others with epilepsy, if you want to create videos and teach some on this, it's best for you create videos and come out and speak to others on it, because I feel like the more that we bring awareness to it and teach others on it, the more that people can come out and help us. So when they see someone having a seizure or see someone having an epileptic situation around them, they won't freak out or be like, immediately call 911, because that's not what you really have to do. And then you don't have to make someone feel uncomfortable. So I even brought my folder that says Seizure Epilepsy Education. So, not to bore you, but here is some signs that actually help people who do not understand what epilepsy looks like. Epilepsy. Signs of epilepsy. Like in this picture right here. In the very first picture. Little boy. It says staring and unresponsive. If you see someone who's known or prone to have epilepsy, a lot of times they can get confused or disoriented and they're just staring off into space. When this happens, that is actually a sign of epilepsy. You could be just talking to them or like sitting beside them and they're not there. They're just not there. You can just be like, "Hey Tom, how's your day going? What are we doing today? You want to go out? You want to do this? You want to do that?" And Tom's not there. Tom's not there at all. He's just like, "Gone. I'm gone. Oh, I'm gone." Happens constantly. And that could be them going into this epileptic seizure or coming out of it. But at that moment, they're not there. And it's your job, whether you're the family member or a friend, to just talk to them. Just talk to them. Try to get them back. "Hey, you okay? Hey, you all right? Are you in pain? Hey, come on, talk to me." Tom, don't shake him. Don't nothing like that. Just talk to him calmly until you get a response. Because eventually they'll give you a response. They'll be like, huh? I'm all right. Uh-huh. Usually it might not be words, but it'll be something. Okay, another sign. Let's go over another sign. Confusion. I don't know where I am. I'm confused. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I am. Confused. I'm confused. You know, I get this a lot. I get that a lot. I'm like, I literally don't know where I am. You know, which causes the fear. So a lot of times I'll hyperventilate. It might be something very hard breathing, like. So my family immediately, they know to go, Victoria, calm down, breathe, breathe. You're okay. You're safe. You're okay. You're safe. I hear those words and it's like, breathe, breathe. And that's good also for people with anxiety problems. People with anxiety problems, that's very, very helpful. So remember, anytime you see someone going through that with anxiety or with epilepsy, tell them to breathe. You need to your main goal is to get them to calm down. You want them to calm down, calm down, calm down. You want them to be calm. You never want them to feel unsafe, because truthfully at that point they feel unsafe. I'm not safe. I'm not safe. It's like you go back to this childlike position, like a 3-year-old in a marketplace or in a Walmart, and mommy's gone. I done ran off. I'm having fun. I ran off playing and playing and playing. They look around. Where's mommy? Where's mommy? Mommy's gone. Mommy's gone. What do I do? What do I do? Huh. That's where the epileptic patient is. Well, for me, that's how it feels. I don't know about other people with epilepsy, but for me, that's how I feel. I'm like, where am I? Where am I? I don't know nobody. You know, wow, I'm scared. I'm scared. Somebody come rescue me. Come save me. Where am I? I'm alone. I'm alone. Okay. Jerks and twitches. Now, these are involuntary. Some people get them, some people don't. I do. I get them. And when I take my medication, my Topamine, or Topamax as some people call it, my Keppra, like I notice it. Without the medication, I don't notice it. But with the medication, I notice it. And it's like hand twitching or twitching like this. You know, it's just like twitching. And then it's involuntary. Like it's not me making myself do it. Like I can't make it stop. Like sometimes my head goes this way. My arms go flailing other places. It's like stuff I can't make it stop. You know, and you know, some other people, they'll drop to the floor, you know, the full-blown grandma seizures. Other people is meloclonic. It's like, you know, just twitching, something you can't stop. You know, it ranges. Like mine can start from benign little twitching to straight blown grandma seizures, fall to the floor, can't make it stop. You know, you just gotta let it go on until it stops on its own, because the body, like, it's got to get through this whole seizure until it's finished, until it tires itself out. Wandering off. Normal people do this on their own, but people with epilepsy, you know, they also do it. People with dementia also do it. Wandering off. That's like getting up and, unnecessary pacing. It's just like I just did this morning. I went to the kitchen and I was like, oh, what am I going to get? What am I doing? What am I doing? Do I want my needles? What am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I here? What am I doing? You know, sometimes when my family's around, they see me doing this. They're like, Joy, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. Like, even with my sister, I'll see her get up and she'll run off real fast. And I'll be like, sit down! You know? Because it's funny looking. But it's serious. On a serious note, you don't do that. Not supposed to do that. But also, everybody has a little bit of epilepsy. As the doctor told me, he's like, everybody got a little bit of epilepsy. You know, but wandering off is one of the signs. One of the signs. Can't help it. Shaking, falling. Did that yesterday when I had to go to the hospital. My mom instructed me to get a wheelchair. Got out the car. I had excruciating pain. It still hurts right now, but it was super bad yesterday. Excruciating pain. Like all this into my head, all this excruciating pain. And I was limping, walking to the hospital. She said, "Do you want a wheelchair?" Trying to be modest. "No, I think I'm okay." The greeter at the door of the hospital. "Ma'am, would you like me to get you a wheelchair?" At that moment, it's like my brain shut down. Brain shut down. I could not speak. I could not tell him anything. All I remember saying was, and my body hit the floor. I was on the ground, and I was just shaking. And I could hear, but I could not react. I heard my mom running, and he had to ask her everything else. I have a seizing patient. Is this normal for her? And I heard mom talking, and she's like, yes, she's an epileptic patient, And I remember him reaching down to me. "Can you give me your hand so he could pick me up, help me up?" He's like, "Can you get up? Can you get up? We gotta get you in the chair. So, like, all this stuff is real. Epilepsy is real, But there are people there to help at all times. People who are trained, people who are not trained. But there are people always ready to help. And other people who are not trained, who just have that caring sense in them, you all out there can be those type of people. As long as you stay calm and just know, step in. You see someone in pain, you see someone falling out, you see someone just who needs help or who looks lost. Step in. Just be like, "Hey, are you all right? You okay?" Whether it's a child, an elderly person, middle-aged person, a teenager. Because epilepsy is becoming more and more in the norm now. A lot of people are suffering from PTSD. A lot of people are suffering from stress that's causing epilepsy, that's pulling epilepsy out. So it's time for people to actually start stepping in and showing they care. Last and final sign of someone showing a sign of epilepsy. It says picking or lip smacking. So this is usually like picking, lip smacking. It's like they don't know what to do with their mouth, kind of. Like they might want to say something, but they can't get the words out. It's almost like a loss of words. It's literally like your mouth shuts down, And I've had this happen too. And I don't know if it's prone to the medication or if it's just prone to the epilepsy part, where it's like this part of your face shuts down. And it's like, I'm trying to get you to understand. Help me. I need help. I can feel the seizure. The seizure's coming. And like the person might be sitting there like, tell me what's wrong. And it's like, and you can't say anything. But thank God you got other body parts to tell you. Because I remember going through the situation where they do the test where they put all the little prongs all over your brain to see how you react. And I remember the lady, she telling me, she was asking me millions of questions. It felt like a million questions, but she probably only asked me like 3 or 4. She's like, "Can you tell me what you're feeling?" And I'm like, But I was crying because I wanted to tell her so bad, but my mouth wouldn't work. And she's like, are you scared? And I was like, And she's like, "Well, it's okay. You're not, and you're not in a bad place." We were in the hospital. She's like, "You're safe." And so she was rubbing my arms. She was like holding me, like my nana does all the time. She's holding me, and she's like, "It's okay. Calm down. It's all right." She was like, "Do you want some water?" And I was like, And she was just rocking back and forth, and like just giving me comfort. I don't know this woman. She's not my friend. She's not my family. She's just a nurse. But she was there. And all I needed was that comfort. So, these, like I said, are just tips that you need to know. These are just the signs. So later on, I'm going to do another video for epilepsy that goes over some tips and tricks to try if you see someone fall out with a seizure, what to do and how to react. So now, since you know the signs since you know the signs and you see someone having a seizure, how to spot it. So I hope this is a helpful video. Pretty much first aid steps. Keep calm. Spot the seizure. Keep calm. Spot the seizure. That's all I really want you to know. Next time we'll just go over how to react. Again, nice meeting the new people. If you know who I am, nice to see you. And I'll be back with another video. And I'll probably be posting this to my YouTube channel. So check out Victoria Quintana, which is my YouTube channel. And again, nice to see everyone. Talk to you soon. Love you all. Epilepsy awareness. Bye.